Hey guys, Strike here, and welcome back to Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. Now this is going to be a very interesting session because I just impromptu changed my setup out of nowhere. I picked up a new desk just this morning for no fucking reason, and you're kinda gonna want to expect me to play like some kind of autistic tortoise. I don't really know where my keyboard layout is right now. I was struggling to move as I was like practicing as we came in. But welcome back to, I forget where we are. What is this place called? We're on the plains of Erethel now, and I believe that, yeah, this is Iton, which is arguably way too fucking badass of a name for just, like, 3 houses and some wheat. But, you know, I mean, in the world of Amalur, everything is badass enough for that. Where the fuck did you come from? I think we actually do need to murderize, like, an absolute fuckload of you, though. So I'm not really against you showing up out of nowhere. Let me rip off your wrists. Not for any other reason other than, like, this isn't just for personal pleasure. I actually need your wrists. There we go. A lovely Freeman armband. But this doesn't really take me anywhere. I guess now we want to go to the circle? I'm a little bit disappointed with how much of this city exists compared to how much you can actually access. It's now starting to feel like any other RPG ever, as opposed to Kingdoms of Amalur, where you can pretty much go fucking anywhere and talk to everyone. I was a little bit worried that was only going to be a thing in Daylantar, because it's the first area, and this is kind of telling me it's just going to be Daylantar. Then again, this is Iton. It's just a random pathetic village you don't even need to activate. Use the Windstones. Now, we don't know what order to do this in. We were told 2 different fucking options, both of them very different, and both of them probably very wrong. And you know what? I'm quickly going to check that I'm actually recording audio, because that is something that idiot me with a new setup would do. So, I'll be right back. Sorry about the instant jump cut. Alright, I'm not quite that schizophrenic yet, apparently. Everything is recording fine, obviously, because you can hear this right now. You probably figured that out way before I did. But, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Because I think singing Nell, or whatever the fuck, the name of the girl with singing, literally her name, who refuses to fucking sing to me, which I just kind of want my money back for this game at this point. How fucking dare you false advertise like that? But I'm gonna go ahead and murderize all of you. I just wish it was telling me to take out, you know, genuine camps, as opposed to these just random fucking dudes living in the middle of nowhere who will forever respawn. I just want to feel like I'm actually making a fucking difference out of all of these pricks. But I guess they wanted another permanently repeating quest, which is fine. What do we got here? A lovely little chest for me to tear into? With my immense lockpicking skill? Apparently not, because it's still broke. We are never getting back to the holy number. I was so proud when we got there, and I'm just never gonna see it again. But I will be taking these lovely paladin's robes, which are likely complete dog shit. But at least we found this thing. Hell, maybe the runestone will tell us how to make these little singing stones work, right? Almost definitely not, but I'm definitely gonna try. Monies, that thing, and that thing. Oh boy, I sure do love that thing.
Oft here have fey-born friends stood and gazed at ancient
shit,
stone.
Maybe then.
Oft too have Alfar and humans stood just the same, silent, searching. From crumbling rubble what hymns rise from their yearning hearts. The children of dust deny no gods, but they stroke these stones like statues. Hand of Enodon, hem of Lyria.
So how come Lyria only gets the hem and he gets a full-blown fucking hand? Lyria's my god, and I'm only dealing with, like, the seams of her fucking clothing? No, I want to shake her hand immediately. Well, I think it's a guy. I don't know. I don't remember who Lyria is. I only know Ethene is absolutely a goddess, and that Miradon? It's not Miradon. The one guy who we met a cult of. Or just the many missions. I should know this. It starts with M. He is definitely a god. The other ones, their genders is just completely up in the air. Oh, I see. High. Middle. Highest. Low and lowest. I don't know what order it's supposed to be in, though. Let's see if maybe the quest actually gives us a little idea. Or maybe it's meant to be completely lucky, but that's never a thing. Once I play all 5 notes in the correct order, the Arathi should appear. I'ma try and get lucky. We're gonna go with the lowest stone. That's the lowest? That is pretty damn high. Then low. Then middle, which should be this one right here. Absolutely. You're highest, then we need to go over here. This sounds good, right? Like, ascending is probably the way to make happiness happen. Descending is how you go into the depths of fucking all hell. Hums with energy. Do you wish to accept the blessing of Arethel? I think I did the good. Right? Blessing of the heart. I don't know if there were, like, multiple ways you could have done that. That would have given me totally different blessings, but I can't ever activate them again. So this entire mission was for, like, a 20-minute buff. If that. I mean, it's lasting longer than the vast majority of things we see down there, but come on, man. I deserve more than that. I put a whole, like, 2 seconds of effort into it. And you guys know how difficult it is for me to actually try. There it is. I'm playing surprisingly well, considering the new setup. I feel like I'm still a bit, like, agitated. I'm still disturbed whenever I look to the left and I see my PC in an ever so slightly different place. And it's, oh god, I'm gonna vomit. But, where is that leading me? Reclaim the invoices. Yes, that is not what I'm trying to do, but why did you try to sell some absolutely scammy bullshit to the void over here? What is this thing? Oh, it's Helmguard Keep. You mean you've absolutely swindled the Warsworn? Those who I am sworn to serve for my entire fucking existence, which is forever, because I'm immortal now. Great. Great. I'm gonna have to kill you, lady. I don't really have any choice, except for the fact I don't really care about the Warsworn. I only really cared about Austin. He's the big dead. Did I do it well?
You have played the song, and the Arethel did not come. I had thought that something might change.
Maybe I did it very wrong or something.
The blessings of the heavens will never come, just as the lost of Aten can never be recovered. Thank you, stranger, for showing me this.
No, I am so checking this out. I feel like I could have done something. I still got a blessing of Arethel. Maybe your gods never came down. Maybe it was always in this form, and that was just your sign that they exist. Instead of some lovely little noisy stones gave you a little bit of inspiration for being noisy stones. Yeah, I think that's it. Those descriptions. Any sequence other than this will summon a Niskaru, which will have to be killed in order to retry. Oh, so I could have just grinded Niskaru there? Oh, I'm a prick. I absolutely should have done that. It sounds way better than just a little bit of a buff. Oh well. Oh well. Looks like I'm done with Aten forever. And the one guy I wanted to pickpocket just seems to be gone? Like the little dark elf that I let leave? Yeah, that's a shame. I probably should have done his items one by one, and that way he would have just had a little bit more time to shine, because he was a very, very shiny boy. Oh, and that's a fuckload of money. That is probably like the village's emergency fund, because that's the most money I've seen in existence in this absolute hellhole. And I have just allowed them to bleed forever. Oops. Brigand's Quarter? Brigand's Quarter meaning jail? I guess so. Will you actually talk to me for once? You will!
Visitors. Those who don't cause trouble, anyway.
Is it causing trouble if I absolutely eviscerate their enemies? Because I'm a fan of blood, but I don't really care whose. Tell me about your jail.
Oh, you're not allowed in there, stranger. Don't think you want to be sent either. Just stay out of trouble, and you'll never have to see those prison bars.
I don't think I've ever heard a more adorable voice sound so utterly terrifying before. How did you do that, sir? That was very impressive.
Aten is a quiet little town. Most of the crime comes from travellers passing through, or those damn freemen.
He just sounds like the happiest little generic old man, and then it's like, oh, you don't want to end up in those bars, stranger. I feel sexually aroused, but also quite a lot of fear, which is the greatest combination of all time. Freemen.
Bandits and thieves. I'd lock them all up if I could.
That's it? That's all of your lines? Well, I didn't give you a name. I don't know why I'm surprised.
It's a quiet place in Arethel. Not much goes on here, and it doesn't see many travellers.
Okay, well, I couldn't really care less about you. I would have cared more if they named you, even if you had the exact same lines. It's just, I'm worried that they're going to put a little bit less effort into the rest of the game. Because I'll go ahead and say it. Dalen Tarth is one of the greatest starting areas in any fantasy RPG I've played from the era. Like, it shits on Dragon's Dogma, it shits on Skyrim, it's arguable whether it shits on Oblivion or not, but it's fucking good, man. Like, they did really, really well, and I'm worried that that's just gonna sort of disappear now that we've gone elsewhere. And I really need to upgrade stealth before I'm gonna make my way into there, huh? Or I could just make my way in and then leave forever. It's not like I need to come back here once to turn in a quest. I don't know if it'd, like, make the entire town angry or something, though. Because I haven't been that much of a naughty boy, or when I am being a very, very naughty boy, I'm really careful about it. So I have no idea how I'm supposed to sort of hide from things or whatever the fuck at this point. You just regular bandit? They're literally camped right outside of your village. I recommend doing something? You have, like, this entire guard force. How did you... What? Dude, the wrath of fucking Zeus just drilled a massive cavern into the world right behind you. And are you choosing to ignore it? Are you just like, if I can't see them, they can't see me kind of shit? Because Zeus sees all! Even though he doesn't exist in this universe, but we're not going to question that. Thank you for your lovely, lovely armbands. What more could I ever possibly want? Your daggers. Your daggers is what more I could possibly want. And I will also steal your lovely face. What have we got over here? Why bother locking this? You're thieves. You're not going to steal from each other. I mean, yeah, you're already thieves. I don't think locking it so you don't steal from each other is going to do a whole lot. You realize lockpicking is your entire life. Alright, whatever. I can make my way around there. That's a dude called Caster Redhand. Why is red involved in every single one of these arsehole goddamn bandits? I don't know, but I don't like. That's him, that's an invoice. That's my contact, but I don't actually know what that's to do with. Something called Cranalt and Elite Mergens. I might check that out. I just never want to go too far and be like, oh shit, yeah, I now need to redo the entire thing for a quest happening like 20 years down the line. I've already cleared it out, so it's basically just run to the other end of this cave. Okay, you're done. Now run to the other end of this cave, and then it's over. As that has happened That has happened way too many times throughout this game so far. Why do they even try? Why does anyone in this entire fucking world bother against me anymore? I am clearly invincible. There we go. What is this? A lovely fucking locker that I need to pick open again, despite it being just a fucking locker. No one cares. If it's a very easy lock, just don't try at all. I don't see what the point is. Plus I have a lovely, like, 64 lockpicks, and I'm very, very persistent, no matter how insane it makes me seem. So I'm never gonna stop. Silver Knight, you're worth fuck all, are you? What about this right here? Another armband, and another one of those potions we have like 50 fucking 7 of. So I'm just gonna keep collecting them, because that will make, you know, at least a whole 200 gold to add to my 1.8 million. Oh boy. What a lovely amount that is. 200, which I can probably get from killing a single boggart at this point, but whatever. What do we got over here? I'm getting really fucking annoyed by you, man. They just will not give up. I don't know. You have the exact same health because you were orange. The other guys were like gray, as in their names. I mean, these guys are still very much gray, and you look so sad about it. I'm sorry. I mean, it's kind of your own stupidity to blame. Maybe stop running at the absolute demigod. Maybe pick on a random farmer instead, because there are many random farmers. I don't know what the hell you're trying to prove. I'm not advocating the slaughter of my little farm, friends, but trust me, you'd be better off. And they definitely wouldn't. What do we got over here? I'm really loving the music of this place, by the way. It's got a totally different aesthetic. It's got a totally different feel. There's that lovely little tint over the world and everything that I am just a huge fan of. And that is Ethene again. And who did you sell to? Oh, this one corpse. I wasn't even paying attention. I thought you'd completely fucked over the Warsworn. But no, you sold your delicious goods to the local naked forest man. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That sounds like a wonderful deal, and yet you still managed to rip him off. I doubt this man even knew what money is. This man is basically a cryptid, and you still managed to fuck him over. And I take the invoice back for what possible reason? In case he was planning to haunt you for all time, instead of the guy that got him killed? No, the dude who sold you some faulty rat tails or whatever the hell. That's the dude you need to go for. Welcome to Helmsguard Keep. And we are looking for Brian Shane. Wherever the hell he may be. Are any of you actually useful, or are you just random pledge shields? You're just random pledge shields and hirelings, and I outrank you all. At least I should. I should probably take Ost's place, considering I'm the only one, you know, remotely cool enough to ever live up to that big, bald bastard. Then again, he kinda sucked. He died to one attack, and it's sort of my fault that he died, because Letharon was just standing there while he was getting shanked over and over and over and over, and we just didn't step in the sled. Let's not question that. Wedding ring. Payer wishes that a ring of matrimony be recovered from the hand of a former bride, buried midway upon the Forsaken Plains, maybe preferred to another? What an absolute monster! Why am I doing this? Why would I help such an utter cunt? Whatever, I help everybody, no matter their sheer level of cuntiness. A Freeman Outlaw in the Grinning Vein. Sorry, I just smashed the shit out of my water bottle there because I'm not used to the height of my new desk. Grinning Vein Spirit, a Freeman boss notorious upon the plains, did commit brazen thievery and murder upon the open road, but at least he did it with a smile, right? Seems like a lovely sunny boy. He and his fellow rogues were given chase into the Lucky Mine. What? So creative in your naming there, guys, goddamn. Reward to any who return bearing this Freeman armband. Oh, so they actually have little name tags on them? That's so cute. It's like we're in a Wendy's. Does Wendy's have name tags? I don't know. I'm a filthy Brit bitch trying to be relevant. What is Wendy? Stolen scrolls. In the Mulrain. While one scholarly pilgrim was making her way by the ruins of Mulrain, she was savagely attacked by a band of kobolds. While she thanks Lapoku, she escaped in one piece. She deeply regrets the 5 scrolls they took and will pay for their return. 5 fucking scrolls? Why can't it be 1 scroll? So I just need to go over there, slap a single kobold in the fucking arse, and we are perfectly done for all time. Really? Because that is all I would have needed to do if you were a decent fucking person. Thanks, but I'm a little busy breaking all of your possessions in the entire fucking world. I'm sure you won't mind. Hey, Henrik.
Playing business. As long as it's important, mind, you'll want to see Brian Shane, the Castellan.
Or I could hang out with you and do all your fucking quests. That sounds fun.
Things clean and proper.
Wait, so your only quest is to go and look at the contact board? You know, the thing that I've already completely wiped purely clean of any tasks whatsoever. Wow, aren't you a big brain boy? That makes sense. Warsworn.
Well, you're one of us, so hold your head high. I try to, just like Brian says. Makes my neck sore after a spell.
Oh, you poor boy. Quartermaster.
Now you go light on Braid. She's got her hands full as it is, believe me.
I don't even know who that is. Is that the girl that I'm supposed to be seeing? No, I'm meant to be seeing Brian. Okay, well I guess we've got an entire another cast of Warsworn boys we'll only ever need to see an entire one time to spend 3 hours talking to again. But whatever, I'm down. Helm God.
Warsworn will find a bed to sleep in and services in kind. Bori's our blacksmith, and Braid is quartermaster.
Bed-related services? I'm down.
And I'm Henrik. I look after things. Keep the contract board.
I mean, you are the burliest boys in the entire world of Amalur, so I feel like as soon as you came close to me, it would just straight up snap. But, you know, you gotta try things once in a while, right? I'm sure penile snappage isn't as bad as it sounds. It's because it will be so much worse than it sounds. But still, Brian Shane.
The Castellan will say he's just a simple soldier. But don't you believe that humble smile. The deeds he's done rival the House of Ballads.
Really? Because that is one hell of a fucking feat if this man has lived for like 3,000 years and destroyed the most powerful demons of all time. Do you realize you are currently talking to the king of the House of Ballads, you utter fucking arsehole?
If you've got something broken, Bori will fix it up for you.
You have the most boring lines of all time. I am genuinely worried that this game does just sort of go downhill in levels of detail and care put into it after you're through the first area, because it's definitely seeming that way with this boy. He's just completely useless. Contract board.
Aye, it's open to all. You've got one done, come to me for your gold. Simple as that.
Okay, goodbye, most generic man of all time. I will see you never. Enjoy your, ketchup scars all up and down your fucking face. That's really fashionable, sir. Brian Shane, you look... What the hell is wrong with that face? Your nose is adorable. It's so fucking tiny compared to your big fucking brick of a head.
Welcome.
So, what's all this?
What a strange camera angle.
Artifact stolen from the vault, and it turned up in Lorca Rain.
Are we just immediately making out in the middle of this important
You'll want to
conversation?
start with the vault itself. I'll dispatch Oathblade Gwyn Anway to guard it. Meet her there when you're ready.
Just...
The vault
no,
lies
by the
south
way, your
through
best friend's dead.
Tuller Rain, on the way to the walls.
That's how you make out, by the way. You have to make those sounds all the fucking time. Trust me, I'm an expert. Warsworn.
Swords must be sharp, armor shining. You must be warsworn to all the world, as old Balagar said.
It's also the best way to deliver bad news, because no one can be unhappy when they're being made out with by this beautiful, beautiful specimen of a man right here. Even though he's not a man and seems to have actual tree trunks for legs at this point. But whatever, let's not question it. Why am I... Is that my leggings? Because it's like skin-tight bark, or like this weird-ass fursuit, and then we just get to my feet, and it's just... I look like a corpse. I don't like this. I'm the first fucking dead person to ever become a furry, and I feel like I must be sick. So, tell me about Helmgard Keep.
You'll never see a dirty blade or an unpolished shield in Helmgard, no?
Okay, when you're this badass fucking god-tier group of mercenaries, I wouldn't have thought cleanliness is really your defining feature. This is what you're most proud of. Surely a very, very clean blade is a bad thing, because that means you've killed absolutely no one with it, right? You want it to be all fucking disgusting and diseased and covered with all the fluids. But no, they're all shiny and useless. Fuck you, Grian, I miss Ost. Tell me about yourself.
Never heard the ballads they sing of Grian Brighthelm? Ah, well, those were my days of youthful discretion.
And how do you get your helm so bright, buddy?
The odd thing is, not a soul's been inside that place for centuries.
This man's been scrubbing his helmet for all time.
Out.
Okay, well, you haven't really even told me what your mission is, unless I was told in the old Warsworn Keep, but then what would even be the point of coming to see you? Just so you can be like, yep, do what that guy said. Bye! Where is it?
Head south through Tuller Rain. Then look for the small pass into the walls. Oathblade Gwyn Anway will be waiting for you there.
Oathblade? That's new. That sounds way better than Pledge Shield. I want to be a pointy boy. I don't want to be like I can't think of what to call a shield. Sorry, my brain is a little bit mindfucked because I've been doing DIY since very early. And, yeah, I'm also still rather sick. So if I'm a bit insane for the first couple hours of this session, I do apologize. It's either only going to get better as we go on, or I'm just going to sink further and further into the depths of my own fucked psyche. Oh, you're actually a person. Livia Fenan. Since you don't have a mission or anything, I'm really hoping they just decided to flesh you out because everyone else has been so unfleshed. Everyone else is the skinniest bastard I've ever seen.
I'm sure Grian will help you see things put right.
At least you got an interesting voice. I mean, it's weird, because as much as I was, like, weirded out by the ghost that seemed to run Shieldring, he was just an old man, but he sounded like this all the fucking time, and it was the most horrifying thing I think I've ever witnessed. It was a voice only some kind of ancient demonic spectre should ever have, but no, it was just put on this random old dude who was meant to be like heroic as all hell. Just had this wiry it was disturbing, man. But yeah, at least the place had character. These are just incredibly generic dudes. Even the sort of inner sanctum looks way more boring than it could have done. Warsworn.
When we say shield brother and shield sister, we truly mean it.
It's a very incestuous family.
Has found a second home among the dented steel and road patrols and broad stone chambers of this keep.
My uncle is also my nan. The war, I guess.
My brother and sister fought in Chloricon. But never mind that. I am here, and they are lost.
Oh. Well, that was absolutely horrifying. By brother and sister, do you mean actual brother and sister? Or do you mean the uncle nans that can be found around here? Like how, you know, if you're in the Assassin's Creed order or whatever the fuck, which is the first thing that sprung to mind. You know, all the assassins would call themselves brother and sister, right? Because it's a brotherhood. Or do you mean your actual brother and sister? Because the way you followed it up with that confused the ever-loving fuck out of me. Chloricon.
It's strange, isn't it?
Let's make her as sad as possible, shall we?
Far by the map, but to you and me, it's half a world away.
it's pretty goddamn far. Unless everywhere other than Dalentarth is relatively tiny, then we've got a hell of a lot of gameplay coming in between now and then. Helm God!
You'd think we'd have more to do with the war, being on the plains. But no, all that happens in Melsenshire and Rathir has little use for us within its walls.
Well, tell me more about Melsenshire, because isn't that place, like, the front fucking lines right now? Isn't literally everyone in the world dying in that place? Because I feel like I should probably do something.
Melsenshire, you know, is our stake and foothold off in Chloricon. The Warsworn are there too, in among the rest of the force.
When you say our stake, you mean the Dokkalfar? I really love it when people respond to a choice I've actually made, like, because it took so long until someone paid attention to the fact I'm Dokkalfar. I think even early on in the game, someone basically implied that I was human, which was really, really weird and clunky, but now it seems to be just happening all the time, and I give that big boy kiss. I don't know what I'm talking about. My brain will return soon. Grian Shane.
I know they complain sometimes about how much he is taken up with appearance, but they don't understand. I've learned from Grian there's much more to being a fighter.
That guy.
Your patrons
That guy is your...
see you as equally important.
He's the beautiful boy of the team? Dude, it genuinely looks like his face is just scrotal skin stretched over a brick. He is not a pretty man in any kind of way, and then just plug in the Mr. Potato Head features. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking when they made him look like that. Jesus Christ. It's like one of those cartoon characters if they were real, like fucking 3D animations. And it's like Fred from Scooby-Doo after many, many years of hard drugs and a car crash. Like, it's not nice to look at. Do I want to go over there? I kind of do want, how small is this place? This is a very, very small place. So that is fine. You also have absolute fuckloads for me to loot, and I don't know if you're going to be mad at it since I'm technically one of you. Is this shit just all for the taking, or are we actually allowed to own shit over here? Oh my god, it's for the taking even though it's just money. Beautiful. Bori Kura. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a more British-looking gentleman in all of my days of the video games. This boy is beautiful. He's wearing a load of little fucking jalapenos around his belt.
Hilt, a broken greave strap, and a scratch on your shiny new shield. Another day in the life of Helmgard's prettiest blacksmith.
Oh, he fucking knows it. I mean, he's also the only one, but I mean, no one would ever want to go up against him in the prettiest blacksmith competition. You would see why. That would ruin their lives forever, man. Like, even just being in this presence is making my face begin to melt, because I know I will never be on the pure fucking standards of glory that this man has. See, I mean, even Letharun refuses to face him because he knows it would destroy him, and Letharun is a very sexy boy. Talk to me about blacksmithing.
If it's rusted, bent, or in splinters, I can mend it. If it's that
oh, it always is.
Dry and Shane, I can't do a thing for you.
I didn't really bring a person for you to slap the fuck out of with a hammer. Don't worry, especially your boss. How have you not been executed for saying shit like that? Especially if he's the vanity boy. Whatever. I hope you keep your lovely head on your shoulders. If not, I would happily mount it on my wall and gaze at it for all time. But anyway, Borikura. That's a strange thing to say.
I'm happy at the blacksmith's bench as I am anywhere. I wouldn't trade places with Braid or even Gwyn.
What about me? I'm saving the world, and I kinda just want to relax and sleep forever, so if you want to take over, just let me know.
Our quartermaster, she's right over there. Bit of a wet blanket.
For what possible Man, in anywhere else, in the Shield Ring, everyone would have gone into detail about that. And those characters didn't matter. They only existed for you to talk to like once or twice, but you could get genuine, large amounts of backstory out of them. And here it's just like, oh yeah, she's damp. That's all we got. That's all we're fucking getting from this guy. But at least he's the world's prettiest blacksmith, so they got that going for him. In fact, that's what makes this place the best part of the entire game. Grian Shane.
Oh, I know I shouldn't grumble so. Our Castellan's fair enough. It's just all the pageantry.
Too sexy for you, huh?
God's sake, not prince courtiers.
Says this man? says this fucking man. Look at you. How long does it take you to groom that lovely face fluff every single morning? Your beard becomes the stash without it ever even touching your chin. You fascinate me, sir. You are a marvel of nature, and you're complaining about him for being, like, ever so slightly above average, like 51% attractive. Any lower and he's just vomit-worthy. Like, oh, whatever. Gwyn Anwy.
She's an old bobbin, but don't let
Bobbin?
that throw you. She's a good sort. Gryan has her look after the old and dusty sites she loves so.
And what is so wonderful about the old and dusty site? Whatever, okay, maybe there will be a little bit more backstory to these guys. Maybe the shop owners and the fucking craftsmen are going to be deeper characters than my actual leader here? The dude who was so firm to be like, remember, he outranks you. And then he just seems like the most pathetic little bitch baby of all time, who just has no personality whatsoever. Okay, game. Helmgard.
It's fine here if you don't mind leagues of yellow wheat and the blinding light of Gryan's smile.
Actually, those are my two favorite things in the entire world, so it's perfect for me.
And an eye blink.
Really? But you were just like, you were telling me how happy you were being this place's blacksmith. Alright, sure, whatever. Maybe they're even uglier in Melsenshire. Wouldn't surprise me, since they're permanently at war. They've probably all got at least a few endless amounts of disfigurement. You know? Yeah, you'll stand above them even more. That's not what I tried to say. You'll shine even more, you beautiful bastard.
What's there?
You know, until you get your face taken off.
History waiting to be made. That and my brother's ferry, where he serves as High Commander.
What? What the fuck did you just say? Oh, I asked about Melsenshire. What's there? But you just said that you wanted to go there, and now you act like it's the most boring fucking thing in the world. Oh no, history waiting to be made. Okay, he's just a sarcastic little cunt. It's very...
Older, uglier, and luckier than yours truly. Me mending swords. Him leading the warsworn in Cluricon.
Oh, maybe that's why they gave so much of a fuck about you.
I'm just green with envy, that's all.
Yeah, you might want to get that one checked out, buddy.
Right.
No one likes a green boy. Right, I need to quickly get myself a lovely new bottle of water. I don't know why I always start these fucking sessions without getting one ready, and then you just have to hear the fucking screech of the plastic as I tear it open, and it's so unpleasant. But if I'm suffering, then you get to suffer just as hard. Come the fuck on. How can it be so... I don't know why I just don't look at it. I'm still looking at the screen and just trying to... And my ears are bleeding. I hope yours aren't. But, if they are, well, we're all in this together, aren't we? Will you fucking open? Really showing off my manliness today. There we go. I am just a fucking Adonis, aren't I? Big sippy, and then let's get back to work. So, what do we got over here? An urn. Just straight up on the table, you have like just all the ashes of your dead brethren. What are you doing down here, you sad little dude? Wine wraithing. Oh, dude. Oh, God, your parents hated you. And their parents hated them, and hated you by extension. You poor bastard.
It's a fine place if you're Gryan's pet. Bit of a rut for a hireling otherwise.
Alright, well, tell me about literally everything, starting with... I can't even ask about you. You're so unimportant. You are such a tiny little speck of dust that I'm pretty sure I can ask about literally everyone. Everyone in the entire game that we've come across so far, I think we've been able to, like, have an option that is their own name. This man does just not matter in the slightest. That's gotta hurt, dude. You look more interesting than all the others so far as well.
That's the keep off and down.
Except the king of facial hair over there to our right. The fluffiest boy of all time, Cluricon.
West of the Strait. Been a bit of a war going on there. Surely you've heard of it.
No, absolutely nothing, even though that dude was just screaming about it in my ear for like a full 5 minutes. Kandrian.
Mean old bastard. Locked in his tower. Works as farmers like beasts.
I remember the name, but I'm not entirely sure why.
Worked the land there myself until I left.
Should I be a little bit suspicious that you blatantly have a Freeman armband on? You know, those things that we've been looting for like the past fucking hour, dude. Surely you'd recognize them. You have like 60 of them in your fucking sack. But no, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He seems like a nice enough man with that death stare, ready to shank us in the arse as soon as we turn around. Yeah, what a lovely guy. Hireling.
Well, we can't all find Miss Scaru in some forest cave. If they'd let me fight thieves and wild fae, I could at least begin to prove myself.
Helmguard Keep.
Borig's a lump, Hanric's an oaf, Gryan's a lout, Gwyn's aloof, and Braid... well, Braid's all right.
Literally everyone other than you loves everyone else and hates Braid. You just become more and more of just an outcast with every second, don't you? Oh, you poor little baby boy. Gryan.
Our brave Castellan. He's not called Brighthelm for his keen wit, I'll tell you that much.
That's for his shiny bell end, obviously. Braid!
Well, she's never mean to me. Treats me like a bit of a kid brother, which is a bit demeaning in its own way, now that I think of it.
Oh, and now you hate her too. Alright, well enjoy your terrible, terrible, miserable existence. And I will leave you forever. I'm probably never coming back to that guy, and that is very, very depressing. Yeah, I need to smash everything you've ever loved into pieces. Is that acceptable? Of course it is, because you have no choice. I wonder if it's legal to even pickpocket them if I could take everything else they own. It doesn't even let me try.
Need something?
That's weird. Okay. There's only 3 of you in here as far as I can tell, so... let's start with you, or end with you, or whatever the fuck.
Tar, linen, and whetstones by the month's end. But forgive me, you didn't come to hear the quartermaster rant and moan at her lot.
I mean, the moaning can stay if you insist, but one sec, guys. I'm really hungry, and I think that might be affecting my brain and why I'm so thoroughly stupid right now. So, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get myself something to eat. I know it's really, really early into the session, I'm sorry about that, but setting up this desk and everything took like 3 hours, and then I had to take, well, it didn't take 3 hours, but like, taking out the other desk and everything, it took a while, so it's already time for me to yeah, I need to eat. So I'm gonna go ahead and satiate my bloodlust, and I will see you guys real soon, but for now, that's not how I do that. For now, I will see you guys real soon. I am a disaster today, damn.